Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight I will be reading from the compilation titled Outlaw Creative: The Geometry of Life, and tonight's selection is called The Unfairy God Monster. Let's begin. There's a certain story we all inherit, even if we don't believe in it anymore, even if we claim we've grown out of it. It clings to the corners of the culture like old wallpaper, faded but persistent. The story goes something like this. You are in trouble. The world is cruel. You've been mistreated or forgotten or broken in some way. And then, just when things are at their worst, a glowing woman shows up. She's soft-spoken. She has good cheekbones. Maybe she sparkles. She's your fairy godmother, and she gives you something. Slippers, a dress, a wand, a warning about midnight. Whatever the specifics, the message is the same. You are seen, you are worthy, and help has arrived in the form of magic. Be brave, be good, and all will be well. Now I don't want to piss on that dream too quickly, because for some of us it's all we had for a while. That maybe, just maybe, some loving presence was watching from the wings, that maybe the suffering wasn't for nothing, that maybe our good behavior would be rewarded, maybe kindness mattered, maybe hope wasn't a fool's game. But then the Unfairy God Monster shows up. Not sparkling, not kind, not gentle, no wand, no wings, no midnight curfew, just blood and teeth and a voice that sounds like gravel and thunder. She doesn't arrive with a promise. She arrives with a challenge and a grin that says, "So, you thought someone was coming to save you?" That's the moment you know the story has changed. That's the moment the myth splits. That's when you stop looking for the fairy godmother and start understanding the monster. Because here's the thing, she's not here to kill you. Not exactly. But she ain't here to save you either. She's here to test you. She's here to show you what's underneath all the wishing, all the waiting, all the hoping to be rescued. And what's underneath is rage, is grief, is the desire to tear something apart just to make it stop hurting. She sees it, she smells it on you, and she's not ashamed of it. The Unfairy God Monster doesn't believe in happy endings. She believes in metamorphosis, not the gentle kind where you wake up a butterfly, the painful kind, where your bones crack open, where you molt, where you bleed. She doesn't deal in makeovers. She deals in reckonings. And when she arrives, when she steps out from the shadows of your worst day, your worst year, your worst mistake, you won't always recognize her at first, because she wears the faces of things you were taught to hate. Anger, bitterness, defiance. She looks like the part of yourself you've been told to keep hidden. The ugly part, the impolite part, the part that doesn't smile when it's supposed to. But make no mistake, she's sacred, because she's honest. And if you've ever been abandoned, ever been hurt and told to get over it, ever sat in your own wreckage while others danced in comfort, then you've already met her. You might not have known her name, but you felt her breath, that heat that rises in your chest when you're told to be grateful for scraps, that tightness in your jaw when someone calls your pain drama, that feeling that says, if I were allowed to unleash everything I'm holding back, the whole room would change. That's her. That's the Unfairy God Monster. She's not here to fix your life. She's here to say, this is your life. Now what? She's not interested in who hurt you. She's interested in who you become because of it. She doesn't hand you a ticket to the ball. She hands you a mirror and a blade. She says, you want transformation? Then carve. And here's where the fairy tale truly falls apart. Because we were told that monsters are bad, that if you become monstrous, it means you've lost, that rage is failure, that vengeance is low, that sorrow is weakness, that voice is danger. But the monster says otherwise. She says, the only way out is through your shame, through your fear, through your compliance, through every version of yourself that played small, played nice, played dead. She says, burn it. Not out of cruelty, out of necessity. Because sometimes the only thing that breaks the spell is fire. And this is the moment for many of us when we stop trying to return to the old dream. We stop asking when the magic will come. We stop waiting for the reward. We start to realize that maybe the monster was the magic all along. It just didn't look the way we were taught to expect. It didn't feel soft. It didn't feel safe. It felt like undoing. It felt like anger. It felt like breaking the rules you were raised on. But it also felt like truth. Because the truth is, kindness doesn't always win. The truth is, goodness doesn't guarantee protection. The truth is, the world doesn't run on merit. The truth is, you can do everything right and still be forgotten. The fairy godmother was a wish. The monster is the reckoning that follows when the wish fails. But here's the beautiful part. Once you stop being afraid of her, she starts showing you things. She shows you where your real power lives. Not in your likability, not in your obedience, not in your palatability, but in your refusal to shrink, to apologize for your pain, to dress it up in something prettier so others don't feel uncomfortable. She teaches you to speak fire, to roar when needed, to walk away without a smile. She teaches you that your instincts were not betrayal, they were signal, that your anger is not immaturity, it is data, that your too much is only too much for the system that was built to contain you. And slowly, you start to realize something else. She was never outside you. She is you. She is the part of you that didn't die, the part that remembered, the part that said, I'll carry this, even if it's heavy, even if no one helps, even if they call me ugly for it. She's not the villain, she's the witness. To everything you survived, to everything they tried to silence, to everything you thought made you unworthy. And when she puts her clawed hand on your shoulder, it is not to hurt you. It is to say, you're still here. And that matters, because surviving the loss of the dream is a kind of rebirth. You don't get the slipper. You get the scar. And you learn to wear it openly. No more hiding. No more softening the truth so it's easier for others to digest. No more waiting for someone to pick you. You pick yourself. That's the monster's gift. Not transformation by magic, but transformation by truth, by grief, by fire, by your own hand. So when someone calls you monstrous now, when they say you've changed, that you've gotten harder, colder, sharper, you can smile, not because you've become cruel, but because you've become clear. You've stopped pretending. You've stopped auditioning for care. You've stopped contorting your spirit into something marketable. You've met the monster. You are the monster, and you finally understand the power in that. So what happens next? That's up to you. There's no ball, no prince, no golden reward. There's only this, a world on fire, a trail of broken dreams, a girl or a man or anyone standing in the wreckage with flame in their eyes and a voice that will not be silenced again, not ever. The monster walks beside you now, and that is a kind of love, not the sweet kind, the sacred kind, the kind that says, I know what they did, I know what it cost, and I'm still here, and I'm not done. So bless the fairy tale, sure, but do not mourn it too long, because the real work begins when you step out of the gown, wash off the glitter, look the unfairy God monster in the eye and say, let's go.